Hello.
Hello, sir.
How's it going?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good. I forgot my glasses, so I put like everything on like font size.
two letters per like
Oh
scroll.
yeah,
Like
it's just insane. I thought, oh, this is so professional of me going to the office and then forgetting my glasses. So like it's like grandma styled
Nice.
font.
Love it.
Yeah. So let's see what happens. But
All right. I'm excited to do this episode. This is gonna be great.
yeah, I'm this is gonna be fun. I think
I'm
that
glad we
we'll
recorded the other as like sessions with everybody, but also like I think we can probably, it's almost like the culmination of all of that into this. Hi, Princess.
Hi, princess.
Hi.
Hi.
Good
Let's see.
morning.
Oh, there's Saria. Hello,
Syria,
hello.
hi.
Good morning.
Everyone's filing in.
No, it's gonna be fun. I think that like we're almost there. I think like a few things tweaked, and then depending on time zones, I'm hoping like to get it out there this weekend. A few of them, at least.
Amazing. Hi, Cammy.
Hi
Hi,
there.
Cammy.
This is so fun. I've never had this many people in Riverside. All right.
Kyle, what are you doing for the weekend?
Probably not much more than sitting on the couch and playing Xbox with the boys and trying to let the week just like drain out of my brain.
Here.
Just like let it
Okay.
all go and like
Yeah.
I don't know, eat cereal on the couch, just whatever. Like just as slothy mode as I can get. It's the only way that I can like recharge my batteries.
My new
That's awesome.
favorite cereal is the Reese's Minis.
Oh,
Reese's
that
Minis.
sounds indulgent. That's great. Hi, Martina.
Hi, guys.
Look at this. Look at this big webinar setup we've got with like, hi, Carmela.
Hi.
Oh, look at this. Carmela, are you in the Riverside office?
Right. You guys are just.
Oh no, she's left us for Riverside. No. Amazing. Good to see everyone. Cool. Martina, you know Flazars?
No, he cannot make it. It's
Okay.
Valentine's Day, and he forgot to buy a gift for his girlfriend. So.
Yeah. Right after we get done here, I hang up and then I go to Target. I gotta go get all the things. Well, we might have some other people join. We'll see. But I think we just dive in. So kicking everything off, this is building stack list. Martina and I sort of started building stack list. I'm actually getting. Let's see. If you're not on or talking yet, just try and mute, and let's see if I want to see if we can kill some of that background sound. Princess, will you try, Carmela? Will you try and mute for me? Perfect. Cool. I think there's a cricket somewhere saying hi too. But so we started building stack lists at the very beginning of this journey. Really, I was always inspired, and I loved one of the first podcasts that I ever think of as sort of like podcast taking off in the zeitgeist of my world, which is startup and Gimlet Media and really hearing that sort of like day one idea of I think I'm going to start a company and I think I'm going to start doing something. And so Martina really and I just sort of started jumping on and recording some thoughts or like what we were working on this week or whatever. And then we also, as we got our first round of funding, we recorded just after both phone calls with our primary investor, where we were like, did they say they were going to put money in? And so this is sort of the evolution of watching this process and watching this brand and this product and community evolve. So, but one of the things that I wanted to do before we get started was just go around the room and do a little bit of introductions. Oh, there's Joel. Hi, Joel.
Hello. Hi.
We were just talking about you. I'm just kidding. No, we were just sort of doing. We're gonna do initial introductions. So I'll start off. I'm Kyle, co-founder and CEO, and started this process in April of last year. And now I am over the moon excited to see you all here and such fabulous and exciting and talented people all working to figure out how to bring this idea to the world. I'll give it to Martina, the magician.
You're already done? That was fast. Unusual for you.
Oh, sorry. I can keep going. So the thing I was thinking was that, no.
Hi, so I'm Martina, co-founder and CTO here. Been with Kyle since May last year, and yeah, we've built a lot of stuff, huge ecosystem, browser extensions, web, mobile, everything. So it's really amazing to see the product evolving and shaping, and all of you being here is just like, wow. From where it started and where we are at, it's like, yeah, party all around. So glad to have you all here, and I'm excited for what this year brings, to be honest. And now let's move over to Princess.
Oh no, it's my turn. Hi everyone, I'm Princess, and I belong to the Stacklist Concierge team. So basically, what I do is I help out our VIP curator. So I help them set up their profile, and then I also help them share some ideas on what stacks to create, and I also keep them up to date with everything Stacklist, and I work alongside with Cami as well. So that's me. I'm from the concierge team. I'm passing the ball to Cami.
Oh no, this feels like a class introduction. So yeah, hi everyone. This is Cami, and I work with Princess to manage the Stacklist Concierge team. We onboard creators, influencers. We help them create their best stacks so that they can use Stacklist as their new and shiny link in bio. So I've been here with the team since the end of September, and every day I just get excited about the fact that we have to hit like 10,000 users or signups this year. So yeah, and that's why I always check Intercom. If you see Intercom, I'm always there on Android. I'm always on the mobile saving things from different social media platforms. So yeah, that's me. I'm Cami, and I'm so excited about some more updates about the mobile. I'm just really obsessed about the mobile updates. So yeah, I'm giving the mic to Carmela.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Carmela, and I handle everything social media, content creation, and also helping in onboarding partners. So I've been with Stacklist with the team for 7 months now. And what excites me about Stacklist is, how it just started as an idea. It started from someone's mind, like, hey, why is there an app that I can save everything? And seeing how we move from the launch phase and seeing it come to life, watching new users join in and witnessing all the updates and improvements. And it's amazing how I can say just amazing how far we've come, and yeah, I'm so happy I'm still here. And yeah, it's exciting to see how many people are now using it, and they're not just sharing it for themselves, for just sharing, saving their own links. It's also they also now share what will be valuable to others, Yeah. So yeah, I'm passing now to Joel.
Oh, hi. I hope you can't hear my fan. Is my audio okay?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, hi. My name is Joel. I recently entered, so I'm the QA engineer, QA analyst, or QA. So basically, I help with finding bugs, documenting, and making sure that we try to get stack list to the highest quality that we can. And yeah, so far it's been really fun, and I'm really amazed by how much has been built, what are the features, and I'm excited as well for how things are going to be for Stacklist. It's really exciting, and yeah, I pass the ball to Surya.
Sorry, it took me a while to unmute. Good morning, everyone. My name is Surya. I've been at Stacklist for, I think, 2 weeks now. And I've been focusing on helping Joel, helping Martina, being an engineer. It's been fun building Stacklist together. I'm very excited about the collaboration work that's in progress right now. Are we doing brand new ideas, Kyle?
Let's do it. If you got it, if you got a brand new net new idea, let's throw it out. Martina will I know is going to be excited to get this on the docket for next week.
I think my brand new idea is we should be able to choose something other than purple for the website.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, for the marketing website or for the like the dashboard?
Dashboard and all that.
Dashboard. Okay.
Just make a ticket and assign to me. We'll get it on. No worries.
And I will
Amazing.
turn over to Stefan. Yeah, I think you just have to like keep clicking it until it unmutes. It's really weird.
Yeah, it happened to me too.
There we
There we go.
Okay. My name is Stefan. I'm in Sweden. I've worked with startups for my entire career. I'm loving it. I've started my own startups, and I'm basically here for marketing, getting traffic. That is kind of my superpower, and I'm super excited about the next step for us to go to. So yeah, that's me.
Amazing. Great, and that's it's great ending with you a little serendipitous because that is one of the main reasons that we're here. Is Stefan has challenged us all to think about not only just from when you think about stacks and cards and what they mean and what they represent. A lot of times, I think as we built this, we get in the habit of just trying to take some things that come up, some books that I've got, some movies that I've got, and just sort of put a stack together and put it on my profile page to show how the functionality works. But like, I really think about what it is enabling the things that you're passionate about and being able to share those with other people in a really simple and easy way. And that was really the genesis of where this started from, was the fact that it seemed weird to me that like things that I'm super excited about, whether it could be retro handheld gaming, or it could be video equipment or whatever, whenever I'm talking to someone and someone would say, oh, you should send that to me, immediately there's this like circuit breaker in your mind that you're sort of like, okay, that means I need to go search and find, and how do I just text it to you? Do I make an email? Do I make a Google Doc? And so we're really empowering people to not only organize, but be able to share some of their favorite things and the things that they are best at or most passionate about. And so one of the things I think that Stefan has done fabulously is getting us to also get out of this sort of content creation engine of just creating stacks and sharing things to show the functionality, but to really sort of hone in on good quality content and what that means and how we share it out and how that's going to be translated by the receivers, anyone on the internet or anyone in the world. And so we have a challenge that we have all been partaking over the past week and a half, which is to come up with 10 stacks that have 10 great headlines and descriptions that are not things like 10 best YouTube videos, but are much more niche and specific to the things that we're passionate about. And so what we want to do is sort of dive into a working session, kicking it off, and I'll hand it over to Stefan to sort of work through what we've done and how we should approach stacks in the future.
Yeah, it's been really fun reading all of your headlines and stacks, and I think that we're nearly there. I think a few tweaks here and there, and we're good to go. I'm hoping to have some of these published this weekend. Kyle, I'll start with you. I really like everyone's, but I really like yours. I think that Martina said it best. You talk too much, and I think that your headlines are a bit too long. Like if you were saying one of your examples is from an Atlanta native, most fun dinners, sport spots to make the kids say wow. You have to think that Google cuts off a headline around like 160 characters. Now, if you're on Twitter, it doesn't really matter. But if you're on Reddit or Pinterest or whatever, you have to like hone it down a bit. And especially when you think about the headline from an Atlanta native, if you're already on a forum which is posting about stuff from Atlanta, you don't really need to say that you're from Atlanta. So I think that you can like just skip that part, if that makes sense. And then I have the one you said here, product obsessed, best on the go video equipment, accessories, and software for on the go. Again, a little bit too long. I think you can squeeze it. But the problem here, and we discussed this last time, is that it kind of sounds like you're pushing affiliate links. And I would rather see you saying like, I've tried these best on the go video equipment, or I think these are the best on the go video equipment, making it a bit more personal. We have another one, kid approved, best indoor playground around East Cobb for kids to get their wiggles out. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can just cut out from that thing. I think the same headline, if you cut it down to best indoor playground around East Cobb, I think that, yes, it's a bit less exciting, but it needs to be shorter. And I think that would be maybe a way to do it. Again, just shorter. I really like the one with parent approved, best Xbox games. I love that. I think that that would work really well in a parent related forum. I think that's great. A bit shorter would be nice. Does that make sense, Kyle, to you?
He will not speak
it
now.
does. Yeah. Yes, it does. No, but it does. I like that. You know what's interesting is this is a little bit of the product person in me. It makes me think about that when you are making a stack, it would be really interesting to have a bit of an SEO mode that you could turn on really quick to sort of show you whether something was sort of too long or whether or not something would sort of do well. But yeah, I love that. Totally get. I think some of these were actually my exercise to try and make myself write more so that I could then edit down, because typically I would have said like my favorite video equipment or whatever.
Yep, I get that. And there are great tools out there to just make sure that you keep you within Google rules, or you can, visualize it. It's going to visualize how it will look on Google search. That's always great. I'm going to move on. if there's nothing else you wanted to add, Kyle.
No, all good.
Okay, Cami. I think that the first one, which is called "Looking for VA Clients," here's where I find mine. That's perfect. That's exactly what we talked about last time. I think that's just ready to go. Would love to post that during the weekend. I think also like the 10 things I wish I knew before I started Valheim base. I'm not sure about that game. I never played it, but I think that's perfect as well. You had one which was called Filipino Cooking Tips and Tricks That Actually Work. So the part here with the that actually works, we need some type of context of what is it that isn't working and you are making it work. Uh, I think that you could add, if I were to write that headline, I would add Filipino cooking tips and tricks, and then you might not think would work, if that makes sense, Cami.
Yeah, definitely. I thought I put something in the description about that. Let me just read that if that's
Can we
okay.
maybe share screen so we can see what we are talking about?
Oh, yeah. Kyle, you're muted.
Yep, I'm trying to do it right now. It's just being funny. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Great.
Yeah, I haven't
So I can
added
also
some
add
cards.
in that I think that this session, I'm going to focus on headline the most because that's still the
Mm-hmm.
thing that we need to work on. And that's the tricky part. That's the most tricky part because when you have the description itself, you can, tweak and understand or, fill in the gaps. But a good exercise is to just have the headline alone. That's why I'm focusing on that today. If that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. I just thought I could just, you know, put in a little details in the description. Kyle, if you can just
Mm-hmm.
click on the fifth one.
This one?
Yeah, the Filipino cooking tips and tricks.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, so I actually added that one myth that some Filipinos know about. Like if you there's just this saying that you don't have to stir the ingredients when you're cooking adobo because I don't know, I just don't know the reason behind that, but the Filipinos out here, I know that you can relate with me. They say that you don't have to stir that because if you actually do, it might it might taste weird, like it might taste uncooked.
That makes a lot of sense to me. But the thing is, like the headline, I think that I said this last time, is the first impression
Mm-hmm.
a person gets. It sort of works as an ad for the rest of the article and the stacks. Um, so I think that you just need to um, just add a bit of context to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna continue. Kamala, um, I think yours is great as well. I think that Kamala,
Sorry, is
you
it the
talk.
new one?
Sorry, go ahead.
Did you open the new one? It's called
Oh,
Just 10
yes.
10 Things. It's the yeah, it's the new link. It's
Mm-hmm.
called Just 10 10 Things, but it's
Yep.
actually eight. Just eight.
Okay, so I think that here it displays your headline displays a common thing is that there's a thin line between having a headline which is an article headline and a social headline. So if you have a headline which is best task and product management tools for freelancers, that sounds to me like an article I would read on a blog or I would read not on a blog, but on a magazine or
That was the previous one, the original one I made. I created a new list.
okay. But I think it serves as an example for
Mhm,
everyone. Is that you just have to keep in mind that it isn't like an article headline. It is
mhm,
a social. You are already in a social environment that knows what you're going to talk about, and it's coming from you, and it's not just a typical article guide. I
mhm,
think that that makes sense. You have one, I think it's called My Top Tools for Freelancers and VAs. I
mhm,
think that works perfect. That is not something I would say is a standard article headline. That is something that you would see on a social forum. So that's great. Um, but again, just the thin line between article and social posts. Gotta
mhm.
remember that, and that goes, of course, for everyone. Um,
Okay.
Princess, I think that you also have the same problem there with your headlines.
Mhm,
Um, so you have, um, I love the one which says like 10 commercials that went too far. It's very intriguing headline. It
mhm,
sounds like a YouTube video headline, but that's fine. But it
mhm.
needs a bit more, I would say, a bit more spark to it. It is
Okay.
pretty like standard. And I think that you need to add some flair, some passion, some personality to it. Uh,
Mhm,
you could write, I know 10 commercials that went too far.
mhm, mhm.
Like,
Personalize it, right?
yes, well, so
Mhm,
you would go into Reddit or any social or Twitter. If someone were to write a tweet which says
mhm,
like 10 commercials that went too far, like, okay, that's it. That sounds a bit like that person is going to link to an article.
mhm,
But if you were to write like, I think these commercials went too far, and maybe someone else is going to communicate with you, because that's what a social post do. They It's not an
mhm,
article. An article doesn't often not give you comments, but on a social platform you will get like a reaction. Like, if you were to write, I know these commercials went too far, or I think these commercials went too far, someone else is going to say, I don't think that commercial went too far, or I have some of the commercials you missed out on. I think this is a good
mhm,
example. I think that
mhm. So
leads to, yes, go ahead.
something that's highly engaging that would spark probably controversy where people
Yeah,
can engage and change opinions, right?
yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
and and it's difficult sometimes to understand what you like. Okay, this week I posted a Slack which said, uh, the upcoming movies in 2025 that's gonna suck, and then like, from a fortune teller. So the first thing, I posted it on Letterbox, which is a very like film fanatic forum. They immediately said like, this is the most cringe headline we've ever seen. Like, this is from a fortune teller. Someone said like, have we really sunk this low? And then like 5 minutes later, a moderator removed it. But then I posted it on
Okay.
a more like broad, younger generation. They loved it. Someone said like,
Mm-hmm.
fortune. Someone said like, we're like upset because they were like, you. There's no way you are a fortune teller. And
Mm-hmm.
that's funny. That works, but I can see it both ways, right?
Mm-hmm.
One hand, not engaging, or very, yeah, just not popular. And then on the other hand, yeah, it kind of works. So it's difficult to weigh in and understand that thin line. Another example, I posted the worst streetwear brands, really popular posts, but no one was engaging. And I think that that's because I come with such a negative like aura into a forum. Like, what are they supposed to add to the conversation? Like, not even one said, like, one person were like, hey, I don't agree. Nothing. Like, it gained a ton of views, but no one really engaged. So it's
Mhm.
tricky, but you have to start somewhere, and you have to start that spark, even if it's cringy. um,
Mhm.
Chris, I didn't see your list at all, so I'm just gonna jump ahead, and we have a lot of other headlines to cover, so I think that's fine. Martina, let's see here. Yes. Okay, I love the one which was called Travel Bucket List Until I'm 40. I think that's interesting. It sucks for me because I am 40 plus, but yeah, sure. Fun for you, I guess. The other ones were a bit more like aren't gonna work. Like Zagreb, you've only titled it Zagreb. There were a couple of others that you just had a town or a city or whatever. Uh, if you were to go to a community, there's huge communities, Zagreb communities. If you were to post just a headline, Zagreb, like, who's gonna, what are they gonna do with that? I think you need to add something, some personnel, something to it. Um, because the pics were interesting. I just couldn't really understand the context and why you had like picked it. Just looking at the headlines now. So I think the headlines just need to be more engaging, I suppose. Um, in like in the style as your first one, which was travel bucket list until I'm 40. Um,
That's the one. That's the one I actually created for this specific. uh, and the rest, the rest is something I put in there so it's not empty.
okay. Well, don't do that. Don't do that. That's a good rule, right? Don't put something there just because you have to. Don't write 10 headlines just because a guy from Sweden told you. That's like, don't do that. Write 5. That's fine. Um, and then we have Surya. Uh, you had some great ones that I'm gonna
I
post
actually
straight away.
modified some headlines. I was like, all right,
All right, I'm
let's
gonna
move
go
on.
with the ones
Or
that.
that's
That's cheating.
cheating.
That's
Yeah, that's
cheating.
cheating.
Yeah.
Well, you can't cheat because I pulled these yesterday. So no
Oh
no
no, no,
dismorning
Kyle
of
is
my work.
presenting. So
Okay, so this one, HTX restaurants that should have a Michelin star. That's awesome. Like, that's gonna spark conversation. Um,
There's also like 36 cards in there, so I was like, someone's gonna like something.
yeah, or yeah, I mean, even better if you just had two, and people are gonna be um,
Interesting.
giving you a list of other restaurants. But now maybe they're gonna be like, I don't think that restaurant is gonna
That's what I
work,
was thinking.
or
Rage sells. So to
rage
me,
sells.
I was like, let's
Yeah,
lean into that.
but okay, I don't want to say that rage sells. That's not coming from me. But I think that that's a great conversation starter. I think that it's a very good actual guide. Maybe it doesn't spark any conversation, but it definitely is going to spark engagement. I think that's great. I think the other one, the Woodlands, not a culinary desert in the slightest. I think that's great as well. Yeah, so those two I'm just gonna use as is. Um, we have Jade. I don't know if Jade is in here.
She's not.
No. Okay, so the the problem with her were that she have written like the ultimate kitten must have this stuff packed. This is typical of there's a million lists of what kittens need to have packed already. This is like the typical stereotype Pinterest female who are uh, who are cat ladies, I guess, lonely cat ladies. No, but I think that that's like there's a million of these already. So and also she had written one which was almost there. She had written 10 of the top best gluten-free restaurants.
Mhm.
It looked to be in London. The problem, what I want there is where in London. Like
Hmm.
London is a big place. Is it Soho? Like I want something more narrow, definitely, but it's there. The final one, Joel. Yeah, uh, one of your headlines really sparked my rage. I guess it's called my top A24 movies. I love A24 movies myself. I'm very
Yeah.
like nerdy about them. Um, I think that the headline itself needs a twist. So there is definitely an A24 subreddit out there. If you were to go and post that, like my top A24 movies, uh, I don't think a lot of people were to be engaged, or there has to be a lot of those lists already. I think that even like the most underrated A24 movies, that's almost not going to work either. You have to go to the A24 movies subreddit and look for uh, things that have been popular before, or something that they haven't discussed before, something to that extent. But starting with A24 movies, I think that's a good outset. I think the same. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask one thing for A24. Would it be for specificity and sort of niching down on the content would be the thing, right? So if it was, say, top 8 A24 movies that or scenes in A24 movies that show the A24 like style or something like that is like very specific within that group, would that be the thing?
Yeah, all right. So let's play on that. I think that movies which should have been A24 movies or are close to A24 movies. I know that there are a few movies that are very like independent style movies from a certain like publishers.
Focus Features or somebody.
Yeah, exactly. I think that would be interesting. Or directors who have untitled projects right now don't have a distributor, like a list of, I think these are going to be A24 movies. And I don't think that's it's not too time consuming to seek out those movies. I think half an hour and an hour to put that list together, it's not impossible, and I think that would spark a conversation. Yeah,
I
so
like that idea of the conversation starter of 8 Focus Features movies that should have been done by A24 or something like that.
Yes.
And then you get that, like, I'm going to debate you about either side.
Yeah, that's interesting. Also, but the major issue is that you put everything everywhere at once as one of the best A24 movies, which is just wrong. So
It's working. It's working.
It's pretty good. it's
Mm,
pretty.
it's over-
Maybe I can put it on
overrated.
my list next to the cell.
Okay.
Stefan.
Yeah, that's good. And all right, so we see my favorite Marvel Rivals characters, also a bit too broad. I think that there's something there, but I think that if you just go to the subreddit again, see, you'll get a picture of like, would this topic work here? What are they discussing currently? So I think that's it. So in conclusion, in summary, I think that everyone has done an amazing job. I'm so glad we did this. I think that a bit of tweaking, everyone needs just a bit of tweaking. I hope you learned something. Um, and I think that the next step is for me to handpick a few of these and just just throw it into the universe and see how it goes.
Amazing.
And I
Cool.
also have other exercises coming up that I really want to work with as well, but more on that later.
Yeah. Everyone's going to be excited about the 1,000 1,000 challenge. I think just get ready for.
Yeah, that's gonna be until December.
Yeah. Amazing. So did everybody enjoy this? Did you feel like it sort of helped your view and your lens about how we approach curating your stacks and lists?
Yes, very
Definitely.
informative.
Also, how to get viral in forums. I like Reddit. Yeah, this is cool.
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
actually
yes,
want
yes.
to try like creating another stack list account and just post some interesting stacks on Reddit myself.
It's your controversial stack list account, right? And you make some stacks and just see how you do it, but like you're not behind it. Well, and I appreciate Stefan's guidance on Reddit too. I think I've always not avoided it. I've been in and around it, but it feels like one of those things where you go to a party and everyone's talking about the big game that's coming up, and everyone's and you haven't been keeping up with either team, and you're just sort of like, well, let's hope it's a good game. But like actually diving into it and getting into it, I've started to do that, and this actually really helps sort of empower me to do it more on sort of practicing, setting up some of these type of stacks, taking a couple of things, putting them out there, see how they do, and sort of get better at it. And it feels more accessible to me than trying to find the Instagram post that's just really going to take off, which is great. I love not sort of always thinking in that way. Cool. Amazing. Well, thank you all for joining. Oh yeah, let's see if I don't even know if I have my things on. Do they? Oh, maybe it turned my Riverside turned it off. Let's see. No, yeah, it did. Thank you all for joining and for being here. We're excited. Have a happy Friday and a happy Valentine's Day.
Thank
Arts.
you. Happy
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's.
Thank you.
Bye,
Valentine's
guys.
Day.
Enjoy your weekend. Happy Valentine's.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.